Yes, of course, I can do that. No, it's really okay. I don't mind. While something inside you quietly sinks. Have you ever noticed that the nicer you are, the more invisible you start to feel? You say yes to every favor. You apologize first, even when you did nothing wrong. You become the glue that holds everyone else together. And slowly, you disappear. Behind closed doors, you're not sweet. You're exhausted. You're resentful. And you feel guilty for even feeling that way. If it feels like you're trapped inside other people's expectations, there's something important you need to understand. Your kindness might not be coming from love anymore. It might be coming from fear. We've been taught that being nice is something to be proud of, that if we are agreeable enough, helpful enough, selfless enough, we'll be loved. But there's a quiet difference between kindness and compliance. Kindness comes from strength. It's a choice. You give because you want to. Compliance feels different. It feels urgent. It feels necessary. And underneath it, there's often fear. Fear of rejection, fear of conflict, fear of not being enough. In psychology, there's a term for this pattern. It's sometimes called fawning. When it doesn't feel safe to be ourselves, we learn to become what others need us to be, not because we're weak, but because at some point it kept us safe. The problem is, what once protected you might now be costing you your voice. Every time you say yes to protect someone else's comfort, you may be saying no to your own needs. And when you swallow your anger just to keep the peace, that anger doesn't disappear. It simply turns inward. Who are you when you're not trying to be good? If that question feels uncomfortable, it's not because you don't have a self. It might be because you've spent so long managing everyone else's emotions that you haven't had the space to feel your own. And when you finally begin to set boundaries, not everyone will celebrate. The people who are most comfortable with your silence may feel the most uncomfortable with your voice. But discomfort does not mean you're doing something wrong. Sometimes it simply means the dynamic is changing. So how do we begin to step out of this pattern? It often starts with one uncomfortable word. Boundaries. Boundaries aren't walls, they're clarity. They're not about being unkind, they're about being honest. You are not responsible for carrying everyone else's emotions. Start small. The next time someone asks for something you don't have the energy for, don't over-explain. Instead of creating a long excuse, try something simple. I can't commit to that right now. It might make your heart race. You might feel guilty. That doesn't mean you're doing something wrong. It means you're doing something new. And when you begin to show up differently, some relationships will shift. The people who are able to respect you will adjust, and the ones who can't will reveal something important, not about your worth, but about the role you were playing. You were never meant to be a background character in someone else's life. You were meant to bloom as yourself, and sometimes that means being misunderstood. Sometimes it means allowing others to feel disappointed, not because you want to hurt anyone, but because you're finally learning not to abandon yourself. The right people won't need you to shrink. They won't need you to be perfectly agreeable. They'll appreciate the version of you that feels honest. If something in this video resonated with you, you're not alone. You don't have to change everything overnight. Just start noticing. Start listening to your own no, and take one small step towards yourself. If this helped you reflect, feel free to like or share your thoughts below. Thank you for being here, and keep blooming at your own pace.